Quickly, right before this video begins, I would like you guys to go over to my About section, and then you'll see something in the name of Discord. I've recently made a Discord server so you guys can actually go and join, which will give me better communication so you guys can actually chat to me when I'm not recording. Also, I have my Instagram and Snapchat both here just in case you want to add me. Now let's get straight into the video. Hey, what's poppin'? I'm a pickle and I'm still living. In today's video, we're going to be doing beginners to pro in Roblox Jailbreak. Now I have a quick announcement. I'm thinking of doing a Pixelmon solo Let's Play. And if you guys don't know what Pixelmon is, it's a Minecraft mod with Pokemon in it. Now, I've always been pretty into Pokemon, so let me know if you guys want to see that. And if that does happen, that means I'll be doing 2 uploads instead of 1 upload a week. So yeah, see you guys in the video. Alright guys, so the first thing I want to say is I'm going to have a mobile version and a PC version. So first of all, as you could just see, it's at the PC version. So basically for this, at the early age, you should just have like, I think you start off with $500. Alright, so then you should basically be robbing everything: donut shop, museum, literally any of these. Rob all of them because any cash will help you at the early stage. But the first car you should get is this. This is the Tesla Model 3. It is $16,000, and yeah. It's got some of the best spawn locations, or some pretty good spawn locations, as I should say. It's got one beside the bank, and then it's got one over here near the jewelry store. So if you need to jump off and glide, there's another one right here. Now, let's go on to the next one. Alright guys, so after you buy the Model 3, which is right over there, then you should probably actually buy some weapons. So the first weapon you should probably buy is the shotgun. The shotgun is $1,000, and yeah, you're already basically halfway to there if you start off with $500. And you get a paycheck for free, so if you lose, just sit there, you'll eventually make it to the shotgun. The shotgun, if you hit all bullets, it does 30 damage. It's got obviously a shotgun is bad for long range, but overall it's a pretty good shotgun for close range. And so the next gun you should probably buy is either the revolver or the flintlock. The reason you should buy these two is because the revolver does 25 damage per hit, and yeah, it's got some pretty good range, and it's good for shooting down things. The flintlock, if you hit it, does 60 damage, so that's a big hit, and that's very good. So if you combo the two of them, as I've shown in multiple videos, they're dead, just with those 3 shots. Now, but the flintlock is getting a little bit of a nerf, but it's not going to be that big of a nerf that will actually stop this combo from working. So, next one. Alright guys, next thing on the list for you to become a pro is gonna be level 5 engine. Now, level 5 engine is $50,000, and it's completely worth it. For example, this Tesla, if it'll let me out, I will just respawn the car. For example, the Tesla Model 3 with the level 5 engine, it's as fast as the default Lamborghini. So you're saving like $50,000 right there just by doing this. Now, there's literally no reason not to get this for the PC version, because, I mean, if you compare this to the default speed, I will be doing a comparison of this and Lamborghini at the end. But yeah, if you compare the two, this is literally as fast as the Lamborghini. So, next one. Alright guys, so the next thing you should buy is the Lamborghini. Now, if you guys didn't know, it actually recently got a remodel. I mean, it wasn't too recent, but I think it was like a month ago. And the reason you should get this is part of my last point. This default Lamborghini is very fast, and it's as fast as the upgraded Model 3. Now, the one problem with this is it has trouble getting over bumps. Like, if you just try and go over like one of these sidewalks, sometimes it'll get a little bit stuck. Or even the train tracks, which could be pretty annoying. But this car is pretty fast, and it's the best deal that you can get, which is for $100,000. And if you guys didn't know, this has multiple spawn locations. So as you guys saw, this spawns over in the volcano base, but it also spawns right over beside the bank that I somehow passed without realizing. So if we just drive over to the bank, boom, right here, it also spawns right here. So it's a perfect getaway vehicle. So let's say you just rob the bank, you run over here, your car's right here, and then you get away easily, just like that. So yeah, next point. Alright guys, so the next vehicle you should buy is the McLaren Airtail. So let me put a situation in your head. You have the, where is it? The Lamborghini. You have it right here, and it's struggling to go over bumps. You're at about $600,000, which means $400,000 away from one of your first, or if your first $1 million vehicle. And then you have this vehicle. This vehicle is very fast. Now, this is one of the fastest vehicles in the game, and it's just overall pretty good. Now, the one problem with it is its spawn location. It's pretty trash. It's only got right here, but this car is fast. It's good to get over bumps and stuff. And if you have on your upgrades like this, you'll see it's, as you can see, it's very fast. It's got a nice noise. And yeah, it's overall a pretty good car, and I think you guys should buy this before moving on to your first $1 million vehicle. Alright, next one. Alright, so you guys have just got the Airtail. You're driving it around. It's super quick, and you're loving it. So after this, you should stop robbing a few things, so to stop wasting your time. And stop robbing the 2 trains. I mean, the passenger train is pretty worth it, so maybe rob the passenger train, but don't rob the cargo train just because of how long it takes. Don't rob the bank, don't rob the plane, and don't rob the gas station. They just don't have any point in them unless you're trying to do one of the contracts. For example, I have this one, which I have to rob the donut shop and the gas station. But other than that, I wouldn't suggest robbing them just for how long it takes, and it's not very worth it. Next one, okay. So you've stopped robbing a bunch of different things, and you're making money off of the museum, the jewelry store, the power plant, and the donut shop. So yeah, you're settling for that because that's a lot of money that you're getting, and you're not wasting as much time with the smaller things. So the next thing you should do after that is buy your $1 million vehicle, which now we're gonna go over and see. Now, as I'm driving over there, I'm gonna keep talking about which $1 million vehicle to buy, which was a pretty difficult decision for me, considering, I don't know, it was just kind of difficult for me to decide, because there was 3 very good vehicles that you should buy. Now, we're almost over here, and here we are. So, you should either buy the Volt, which I'll tell you why this is good. If you click E and jump, and I figure out a way to get the glitch, so if you click at the same time, yeah, you'll get it, but if you click E and then jump right after it, it'll make things a lot easier to do the Tron Bike glitch, and I have done this before, so I don't really need to explain it too well. The next good one would probably be the drone. The drone is speedy, it's got good acceleration, it's very fast, and it's probably the most consistent one you can get. Now, another good one would also be the military, the Black Hawk, or whatever you want to call this. Now, the reason this is good is because it comes with rockets. Now, if you want to be a bit of a troll, you can also blow up criminals, which is, I wouldn't really suggest that because people might report you for doing that, but overall, you should probably get one of these 3 vehicles, because they're all very good, and yeah, I would suggest getting one of these. Now, overall, I couldn't really tell you guys which one to get. For me, my first one I got was the Tron Bike, and I'm gonna tell you right now, there was no regrets, because this was around the same time that we had the jetpack glitch, which was pretty good. And yeah, I don't know. Overall, these 3 vehicles are very good, and I really couldn't tell you which one to get. Next one. Guys, so we just finished up the PC version, so now we're on to the mobile version. So just like in the PC version, I would suggest you robbing every single one of these things over here, because you'll really need any cash to help you get up to what you're going to need in the future. But the first vehicle you should buy is the Model 3. Now, I'm not going to go into detail because I did do that in the PC version, but I will say, yes, mobile is pretty hard to drive, but overall, it still shouldn't change how this vehicle is. It's still a good vehicle, it's got some good speed, and yeah, overall, I think this should be the first vehicle that you buy. Next one. Alright guys, so the next thing you should buy is in the weapons section. So, just like in the first PC one, you should buy the shotgun. It's $1,000, as I've already said, and it does 30 damage if you hit all bullets. But instead of buying the revolver and the flintlock, I think you should either buy the Uzi, which is $15,000, or the AK, which is $25,000. Now the reason for that, the Uzi, it does 6 damage per hit, got a quick reload, and it's very good for, just in general, it's a good weapon. Now, this guide, this, whatever you want to call it, these beginners to pro guide, whatever you want to say, is to do with no passes. So if you do have the boss or SWAT pass, I would actually suggest just having this, the rifle, over the AK, just because it fires quicker. Like or maybe I can't really tell, but overall they're basically the same gun, just this one's 25k. But yeah, if you do have the boss pass, use this. But overall, I'm just gonna say to use the AK because it's $25,000. It's a good weapon. It does 6 damage per hit. It's got 30 rounds in the mag, and yeah, it's basically just the paid version of the rifle. So yeah, next one. Okay guys, so there's two things I want to go over. First of all is you should either buy the engine level 5, which I've already talked about before. It's good for reasons that it's speed, or for the mobile version you should just ignore the level 5 engine and just keep driving around with the Model 3, which I wouldn't really suggest considering it's not the fastest, but it's still pretty fast for the price. But what you should buy is the Little Bird. Now, I must say, from experience, whenever I'm playing on mobile and I'm not at my PC, I always take out the drone, which is a flying vehicle. But the Little Bird, now, this thing is pretty good, I must say. It's pretty fast. It can go from power plant over to the volcano base pretty quickly. But the main reason is it's got a pretty good spawn location. Even though you have to climb up that big ladder, it spawns right near bank. And let me say, it's a lot easier to drive air vehicles than land vehicles on mobile, as most mobile players should know that. So yeah, I would suggest buying the Little Bird because it's fast, it's stable, and it's good for mobile. So next one. Guys, so just like in the PC version, you should eventually, around this time, you have a good vehicle and you're making a good amount of money. Now, but one thing you should do next is stop robbing things, like some things, because eventually you're just wasting some time. Now, for mobile, yeah, you should still rob cargo train, just because even though it takes a while, mobile is pretty hard to rob other things like power plant and museum. So if you want just to keep getting money easily, I would suggest keep robbing the cargo train. But basically the main point of this is don't rob the gas station. Stop robbing that, because you're only getting, like, for me, I have VIP, which is and bigger duffel bag. I'm only getting $1,800, which isn't enough for something stable. Then also stop robbing the bank, please do. If you're on mobile, your aim is most likely not very good, and you're gonna struggle in bank. And another thing is gonna be plane. That one just takes way too long for the plane to come around, and just to take off, and it's just overall not the best for times consumption, considering you could rob museum and half of power plant. So yeah, next one. Okay, so you're robbing like museum, jewelry store, power plant, and donut shop just because it gives you a donut. You're robbing all 4 of those things. You're making a lot of money just because you're not wasting as much time with other things. Sorry, I also forgot to put in train too, both of the trains. But then you make $1 million. Now, what should be your first vehicle? Well, first of all, I must say, Tron Bike, you can't do the glitch on Tron Bike as you can on PC. Monster Truck, just complete waste. Other $1 million vehicles are pretty much trash, and drone for mobile is superior. It's fast. I really am not about to say all of the points again, but basically, as I've said before, it's a lot easier to drive flying vehicles on mobile than it is land vehicles. Now you might be saying, oh, why wouldn't you just buy a military jet? Well, basically, the reason why you shouldn't, or sorry, not military jet, but military helicopter, the reason you shouldn't be doing that, missiles. Missiles, the whole reason of that is pretty much missiles and being able to defend yourself. It's very hard to shoot missiles on mobile, and it's just not worth it at that point. Also, it's pretty slow, and yeah, it might be a pretty good option, but definitely drone for mobile is a lot better. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot about the speed test that I was promising, but yeah, basically it's gonna be Tesla Model 3 versus default Lamborghini, and we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so guys, the timer just started, and we're off, so let's see which one is actually faster, because I've heard that the Model 3 is as fast as the default Lamborghini, but I don't actually know, so yeah. We're just gonna go to the end of this place, and then, yeah, we'll see which one's faster after we test the Lamborghini. And, boom. Alright, so yeah, now let's move on to the Lamborghini. Alright guys, so this is gonna be the Lamborghini test. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, go. So there might be a little bit of human error, considering I can't get the exact time, but if it's really that close, then I will keep redoing the tests. But we'll see which one is actually faster. And as you guys can see, I put up a stopwatch, and yeah, we're gonna see which one is actually faster. And it looks like the Tesla is gonna be, but let's stop the timer. Okay, so it looks like the Tesla was actually faster by a little bit. So that shows that overall you should get that because it's a lot cheaper. And yeah, so see you guys at the outro. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know if you guys like this type of content. Also, as I've said, if you guys want to see that Pixelmon series, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.